Dr. Charles Mutimamba is an agricultural scientist working for a seed company, consulting for climate resilience project, and serving as a non-executive director for microfinance institution in Zimbabwe. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
So, right, diving into today's topic, we're talking about the power of believing in yourself.
Yes, it's important. The reason why I'm here to talk to the nation is that it's because I believe in myself.
Nice.
As an individual.
Yes.
Let me tell you that I was informed by Coach Jonah Mongoshi to be on radio in less than 48 hours.
Oh wow.
And the reason why I'm here is because of the strong belief that I have in myself. Thank you.
Awesome. So right, tell us. So we start by telling yourself that you're unique, yeah. And then you started university at 35.
Yes.
And you finished your PhD at 47.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell me more about that. Because now we get to a point where we're like, there's no way I'm going to start university after maybe kind of 25 because I feel like I'm too old, or start university in my 30s. That's not going to work for me. I feel like I'm too old. What was it like for you?
When I entered research, with a diploma in agriculture, I was just a research technician, and I could see guys coming out of uni, with BSc degrees in agriculture. What I told myself right away was that they could be more educated than myself, but not necessarily more intelligent, than I was,
Okay.
or than I am. And then I told myself that the only way I can break, that barrier was to go back to school. So in 2003, I started my undergrad, degree, and then went to my master's in 2009, and then I started my PhD in 2011, and then finished it in 2015. So it was a record, 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, right, if you're joining us, it is a short in the arm, and with me in the studio, his name is Dr. Charles Mutimamba, and he's an agricultural scientist working for a seed company, consulting for climate resilience project, and serving as a non-executive director for a microfinance institution in Zimbabwe. And we're talking about the power of believing in yourself. So, Mr. Mutimamba, the power of believing in yourself. What are some of the requirements? I'm sure it comes with requirements for you to then start believing in yourself and to then have power. But yes, this is what's really going on.
Yeah. Time and that time again, you are told by, people, some very close to you, that you are not good enough, to do this, you're not good enough at that. But your immediate response is that you're supposed to tell yourself that I'm unique. My circumstances are unique to myself. And the talents, that I have are unique, to myself. And because of that, you are supposed to see the world, with your own eyes, and not necessarily, someone else's eyes. And because of that, what you can achieve can only be limited by your own imagination. Yeah.
Okay, so that means loving yourself, appreciating yourself, and also coping with frustrations and disappointments. But my frustrations can be so much. When you say coping with frustrations and disappointment, please dive deeper. Because now I think when we look at it, I'm just thinking the surface, but it goes deeper than that.
Yeah. What's important to realize is that that's unavoidable. People can always
they'll always talk.
Yeah, they always talk, either positive or negative about you. But if you bother yourself, it tends to blind you. It tends to limit your imagination, your aspirations in terms of what you can achieve. So let them, say whatever they want to say about you. But what makes a very big difference at the end of the day is what you tell yourself. Even if someone encourages you, if you are not encouraged yourself, in your own right as an individual, any encouragement that comes from anyone may not, take you very far. That's the way I see it.
So right, it starts with telling yourself all the good things, and that will build into the power of then believing in yourself.
Yes.
So it means you telling yourself that you're talented in your own way, and also standing out in meetings and workshops.
Yeah. Let me give an example, as far as meetings are concerned.
Okay.
I've attended, dozens of meetings locally, in Latin America, in Europe, of Africa. I cannot count, but I've made it a point that, by tea break, everyone in the room should know me by name and where I come from and what I do, because I probe, I engage, and the reason why I do that is because whoever would have invited me to that meeting would have invested in me. So it's important that the investment has to be worth it, and that in itself has helped me to connect with prominent people globally, and I've had opportunities that have come through as a result of believing strongly in what I'm capable of doing.
Right. And then, since we're talking about the power of believing in yourself, the power of believing in yourself should also enable you to see the world around you through your own eyes and not other people. So, now, does this mean, Kuti, my main focus is just me and not having to look at it the way that other people look at it? Or is there a borderline where you say, I can only look at it from from other people's perspective to this level, but every other level is all me? How does that play out?
There's nothing wrong in looking at the world through other people's eyes. In other words, you can't be everywhere, at the same time. But once you have believed in what other people are telling you, I think it's important to contextualize. You take into account where you've come from, your experience, what you're capable of doing, so that when you make a decision to take yourself forward, it has to be independent. It has to be less, influenced by, what you are seeing through other people's eyes. Because I've seen, people get frustrated. Why? Is because they compare themselves with another person. But you need to tell yourself that, I'm made by God in my own image. I'm not a replica of anyone else.
Right. And then, you've traveled extensively, right, for meetings and workshops. So now I'm thinking, does believing in yourself open such doors? Or it's just me and luck? Like, okay, yeah, I landed this deal. Here I am. I'm going. Or does this also, have something to do with one believing in themselves?
I believe it does. Why? Is because as you travel, as you meet people, you connect with them. You develop an interest in what has taken them to where they are, so that the desire to also go as far as they would have gone, or even surpass them, is ingrained in you, so that it now drives you. So for me, at each workshop, I would make sure that I stand out. Mind you, I've also collaborated with leading research institutions, leading universities in the US and in Europe. And I've made it a point that I deliver on their expectations. And as a result of that, they've linked me to other prominent individuals. And the cycle, continues, up to this day.
Awesome. So if you're joining us with Star FM sounding good all the time, it is a segment we call Short in the Arm. And joining me in the studio, his name is Dr. Charles Mutimamba, and he's an agricultural scientist working for a seed company, consulting for a climate resilience project, and serving as a non-executive director for a microfinance institution in Zimbabwe. We'll be back straight after this.
Zimbabwe, are you ready? Best of Zim presents Soulscape, where soul meets culture. On Saturday, 1 March 2025, Art Farm Harare will host Zimbabwe's premier lifestyle festival, attracting thousands of vibrant and trend-conscious attendees. This is your chance to partner with us and showcase your brand at the Hustler Market, food vendors, corporate exhibition, or through exclusive product demos. Elevate your visibility and connect with a dynamic audience like never before. Limited partnership slots are available. Don't miss this opportunity to be a part of Soulscape. Contact us today at events@bestofzim.com. Soulscape, where soul meets culture.
is getting bigger and better. Get ready to take your brand to the next level. The 4th edition of the annual ZTN Corporate Pool Tournament is coming up on January 25 at the Monkey Shoulder Center in Chitungwiza. This is your chance to network and showcasing your products and services. Join us for an exciting day filled with competitions and entertainment. To participate, call Shingi Kanongo on 047 89201 or Rumbinderere on 0771 519 217. ZTN Prime. Get the picture.
Akabuda my A-level results. The A-level results are out. So come through to Rainbow Towers HICC on the 24th and 25th of January 2025, anytime from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. TIES Global brings you affordable universities in India. Over 250 programs on offer, from diplomas, bachelor's, master's, PhD, and up to 100% scholarships on tuition fees. Entry is free. Bring your documents and you can apply on the spot. For more information, contact 0786 05 8334. That's 0786 05 8334.
It's radio on a galactic scale. The Morning Galaxy on Star FM.
Yeah, let's go like this.
Sounding good all the time. We are Star FM, and it is a segment we call A Short in the Arm right here on the Morning Galaxy. And with me in the studio, his name is Dr. Charles Mutimamba, who is an agricultural scientist working for a seed company consulting for a climate resilience project and serving as a non-executive director for a microfinance institution in Harare. Welcome back, Mr. Charles. Dr. Charles.
Yes, thank you, DJ Eve.
So, right, we were talking about believing in yourself, opening doors of opportunities, and you shared a background story. You traveled extensively for meetings and workshops. So let me take you back a little bit before we take to our last question. When you then started believing in yourself, and then you decided to go to university at the age of 35, and then you got your PhD at 47, and then you started opening up to meeting other people. What was the journey like for you from the start? Because I know it's not easy to start now, but what was it like for you? And from the time you started to where you are now, how has it been?
I think you are DJ Eve. I was fortunate enough to find myself in a research environment where everything that you do is driven by science. So after interacting with leading scientists, I told myself if I were to make it, if I were to succeed in this space, I had to advance myself.
Okay.
But even if, I had a family to look after, I needed to pay my own tuition, but I just went for it. And I remember someone telling me that, Muriako Yunufanenzara, and, I didn't take them, seriously, because I told myself they were looking at my circumstances with their own eyes, and I just went for it. And then along the way, I could get financial support from my institution, and then after my undergrad, I because of the networks that I'd already developed, I got a scholarship to do a master's at the University of Zambia. And whilst I was there, I was telling my colleagues that I'm going to start my PhD right away. You guys are still young. I'm not, so I don't have time. And I started my PhD before I qualified for a master's. What I basically did was that, one of the scientists I was working with, I told him this is what I wanted to do because he was supervising my research. And then he said, Charles, we may not have the money, but let's go for it. And we started that research before I even graduated. And then there was a professor, at the University of Free State whom I met during one of my workshops or trainings. We connected, and then she was coming now and again to supervise the students. Then I started talking to her about it, and then that's how it all started. And then I got registered, for the PhD program. It was not really formal. A formal scholarship, but it was financial support where they were covering tuition, my living expenses, and everything. And the reason why, they did that is because they believed in my capabilities. I was committed in terms of delivering on their projects. We were running one of the most, successful projects, in Zimbabwe compared to the neighboring countries. So that's how my academic journey, I started and ended with a PhD. And then very quickly, I got discouragement along the way, where some people would tell me, you cannot make it, you're not good enough, it's too late, what are you going to use the PhD for? But I told myself that it was not necessarily having to do what I needed to do with it, but it was about personal development. And since then, I've landed, exciting jobs with international research, organizations, and I delivered where I thought I didn't have the capability, but the fact that they picked me for these positions was enough assurance that I had the potential to deliver, and I delivered, in those capacities.
Awesome. Quite a journey right there. And it all started with you just believing in yourself. This is what I want to do. And everybody else fell on the line, you fell in line and said, we can back you and go with you. So, right, my last point, there's a statement that says believing in yourself attracts the right people in your life. Yeah. And sometimes even global partnerships with influential people. How true is this?
When we are at a platform, it could be a meeting, it could be over breakfast or lunch. Engage, develop, a keen interest in what someone has gone through. I think there's no one ever who wouldn't be interested in you, as long as you are interested in their journey.
Okay.
So for me, I would make sure that any interaction that I had, whether with a particular individual or as a group, I would make sure I engage. I would make sure I dig deep, into what they've gone through. And as a result of that, they connected me with other people, connected me with projects. And this is how I also got connected with study, opportunities. So whenever you meet someone who has the potential to take you far, engage, deeply and very closely with them, particularly in terms of, having an interest in what they've gone through and what they stand, to deliver.
So, right, you heard that when you go for a breakfast meeting or when you go for a conference or something like that, just don't be looking forward to the food. Mix and mingle, just talk to people, find out their journeys and see how you can also tap into that. His name is Dr. Charles Mutimamba. Dr. Charles, thank you so much for joining me this morning. Any last words?
Thank you, DJ Eve, for having me. Lastly, I would want to encourage, listeners to join the Success Family. Shanduko, it has helped me in terms of developing, more confidence in myself, in terms of self-awareness. It's a platform run by Jonah Mungoshi, and this is for people who are serious about being purpose-driven and setting their goals so that they better themselves, in their lives. And what you can basically do is to type join via the WhatsApp number 0780 980 451. Let me take it again, 078 098 0451. Thank you, DJ Eve, for having
Right,
me.
Dr. Charles, thank you so much. So, right, it is a short in the arm. We bring it to you every Wednesday right here on Star FM Morning Galaxy. It is motivational talk where we motivate each other. I mean, we need a brother's keeper and also hold each other's hands as we go through this life. Yeah. So we are Star FM, as sounding good all the time. It's 10 and it's time for the news.
This is Zim Paper's Radio Broadcasting News.